Hey children, so we're going to be taking a look at problems 1 and 2 of your homework, just as a helpful reminder to help you finish the rest of your homework tonight. So what we're doing is we're finding the slope using points. So if they give you 2 points, you should be able to find the slope. Remember, my expectation is that you write down the formula every single time you use it. This will make sure that you know the formula without a doubt when it comes time for you to actually use it and it's worth something. Okay, so we have y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. And then I want to come over to my points and I want to label the points x1, y1, x2, y2, and then I want to actually plug these into the formula where they go. So I know m equals y2 is negative 15, so I write negative 15, subtract, and y1 is 0, so I put 0 there. So now I've used negative 15 and 0, and then I place the same thing on the bottom. X sub 2 is negative 11, so I'm going to write negative 11 here. Subtract, because that's what the formula tells me to do. And I am subtracting 3 because that is x sub 1. So now both of these are requiring me to use what I know about integer rules, because I have a negative and I'm subtracting. So I have negative, so keep, flip, change. Keep, flip, change. So negative 15 minus 0, still negative 15. That's good. Negative 11 plus a negative 3. Well, negative 11 and negative 3 gives me negative 14. And then, of course, a negative divided by a negative gives me a positive, so I know this is really just 15 over 14. And that's our slope. Okay, moving on to problem number 2. If we take a look over here, the first thing I'm going to write down is, of course, my formula. My slope is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1, all divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Remember, this is the same as saying our change in y over our change in x. That's what we're finding when we find the difference here. We're finding change. So I look back over here, I'm going to start labeling x1, y1, x2, y2. And then I start plugging into my formula. M equals y2. Well, if I look right here, y2 is 15, so I'm going to write 15. I'm going to write subtract because that's what the formula asked me to do, and I'm going to subtract y1. y1 is negative 10, so I'm over here, I'm actually subtracting negative 10. So I should have subtract negative 10 there. I can put parentheses around the negative 10 if it makes me feel a little more comfortable. X sub 2 was negative 15, so I write negative 15. That came from right here. Subtract, because the formula asks us to subtract. I'm subtracting x1, which is 6, so I subtract 6 down here. And again, I have a lot of integers here, so I want to make sure I'm using my integer rules. So at the top, I'm going to keep, flip, change. So I actually have 15 plus 10, which gives me 25. In the bottom, I'm also going to keep, flip, change. And I have negative 15 plus a negative 6, which gives me a negative 21. So I know a positive divided by a negative is really negative, so I know this is a negative fraction of 25 over 21. And that is my slope for problem number 2. Okay, hopefully you can manage to get through the rest of them. There's only 8 more, and you're doing the exact same thing for each problem. I will see you tomorrow.